Hello, President Trump. It's me, Trevor Noah, from The Daily Show. As you probably know, I'm offering the chance for one winner to be interviewed by me right here at The Daily Show. And I just wanted to tell you, sir, that yes, you are also eligible to enter. But thanks to me, folks, Kim Jong-un has walked all over the United States, built more missile silos, and given us nothing in return. They can't go to war with you if you've already surrendered, folks. I did it! I did it! Yeah, it was pretty much along party lines. If you're a Democrat, you stayed in the same place. If you're a Republican, you stayed in the same place. But there is one thing we can all agree on. He read really well. That she made a jacket out of her and Donald's wedding vows. That's really cool. I like that. Melania Trump. You know those movies where the beautiful but mysterious woman with a foreign accent is actually a secret assassin? And like whatever this lady did must have made Melania so mad. Because you realize Trump cheats on her and she's pretty chill about it. But then Melania goes on a flight and all of a sudden she's all like, bitch took aisle seat.
What if Melania dumped Trump and took over the White House? Imagine Donnie sulking in a tiny apartment, binge-watching the Apprentice reruns, while Melania turns the Oval Office into a sleek, gold-free retreat. Trevor Noah's roast on this scenario had us rolling. It's funny, awkward, and weirdly possible all at once. But let's be real, what's going on with Trump's marriage? Trevor's got some wild theories that'll have you cracking up and wondering what's really happening. Speaking of, if you're enjoying this content, go ahead and hit that like button and hey, why not subscribe? Over 92% of viewers haven't yet, and trust me, your support means a lot. Already subscribed? Awesome, you're the best. Now back to the drama. Remember that awkward birthday call? Melania's face screamed, "I'd rather be anywhere else." Or those moments when she kept so much distance from Trump in public, you could practically park a limo between them. These aren't just random moments, they're like scenes from a soap opera. Trevor Noah breaks it down with his signature humor, turning those bizarre Melania moments into pure comedy gold. According to Noah, Melania's not just acting out, she's sending a message. Whether she's dodging Trump's hand or throwing side eyes that could shatter glass, she's definitely making her feelings known. So what's behind all this tension? Is it personal, political, or a messy mix of both? Noah thinks Melania's just tired of being overshadowed by Trump's wild antics. Now she's firing back in her own subtle and sometimes not so subtle way. From chilly stares to clever fashion choices, Melania's got a way of speaking volumes without saying a word. So, buckle up, folks, this ride isn't over yet. Whether Melania ever claims the White House is anyone's guess, but one thing's for sure. Trevor Noah is going to keep us laughing and wondering what's next for this oddball power couple. Stay tuned, the best is yet to come.
You start speaking so low, so sweet, and then the ants bite, folks. They bite. You don't know when. You don't know when.
Wow. Leave it to Fox News not to recognize what rejection from a woman looks like. Look at these two people. How is she the one with the health issue? How? I mean, Trump's blood type is KFC positive.
What happened to you personally, or what did you see personally that you thought you wanted to tackle this issue?
I could say I'm the most bullied person on the world.
She was probably like, that's right, husband. I've been secretly seeing a black man, Don Lemon. He was furious because he found out Melania was watching CNN instead of Fox, which, when you think about it, is probably her way of cheating on him. If you've ever wondered what inspired the First Lady's Be Best campaign, well, you need wonder no more.
Melania has mastered a whole set of don't touch me moves that could make any martial arts master proud. Her ability to dodge Trump's hand-holding attempts is nothing short of Olympic-level skill. And guess what? Body language experts had a blast analyzing these awkward moments. They zoomed in on every twitch, flinch, and micro-expression in their conclusion. Well, let's just say it wasn't exactly a heartwarming picture of marital bliss. According to these experts, Melania's now famous hand swats weren't just funny little moments, they were clear talk to the hand messages to Donald. But hold up, this wasn't a one-time thing. Oh no. There have been countless times when Melania avoided physical contact with Trump faster than he could tweet fake news. It's honestly like watching a never-ending game of tag where Trump is always it, and Melania is a pro at not getting caught. Picture this, you know how little kids reach for cookies they're not supposed to have? Well, that's exactly what Trump's hand-holding attempts look like. Except instead of cookies, it's Melania's hand. And instead of a cute moment, it's just straight up awkward. Honestly, it would be adorable if it weren't so painfully cringeworthy. Now let's put it into perspective. If we had to estimate how often Melania willingly holds Trump's hand in public, the percentage would probably fall somewhere between rarely and are you kidding me? It's so unusual that when she does hold his hand, it's basically breaking news. Seriously, CNN could easily run a headline saying, "Breaking. Melania holds Trump's hand. World reacts." That's how rare it is. And the difference between them is so obvious. On one side, you have Trump, practically begging for some public display of affection, like he's trying to prove something to the world. On the other side, you've got Melania gliding through events with ice-cold grace, dodging his hand like it's carrying a live grenade. Honestly, if Melania ever writes a memoir, she should probably name it How to Avoid Your Husband in Public Without Saying a Word. Because let's face it, no one does it better than her.
After a couple of hours, the doctor told her she could go home, and Melania was like, "No, I should stay. I should stay until you check everything out. I stay longer." I would pay anything to know what he wrote inside that card that he definitely didn't actually get. We're like, "Roses are red. Love is a mystery. I had a historic electoral college victory." What have you done with Melania, Donald? What have you done? Because we know she didn't write that tweet. We know that's not her.
And while Trevor Noah joked about Melania taking over the White House, one thing is crystal clear. Her skill in dodging Trump's hands is nothing short of legendary. Honestly, if there was a championship for avoiding unwanted hand-holding, Melania would take home the gold without a doubt. So here's to Melania, the first lady who turned rejection into an absolute art form. Whether it's swatting away Trump's hand or creating a whole new definition of personal space, she's definitely in a league of her own. And let's be real, watching her in action is almost as entertaining as any reality show.
That she made a jacket out of her and Donald's wedding vows. That's really cool. I like that. Melania Trump. You know those movies where the beautiful but mysterious woman with a foreign accent is actually a secret assassin? And like whatever this lady did must have made Melania so mad. Because you realize Trump cheats on her and she's pretty chill about it. But then Melania goes on a flight and all of a sudden she's all like, "Bitch took aisle seat."
First Lady makes physical contact with the president. Details at 11. Sounds dramatic, right? But if you think public hand rejections are as awkward as it gets, oh dear, you haven't been paying attention to the never-ending Trump drama. This isn't Days of Our Lives, folks. This is The Trump Show, where awkward silences and forced smiles take the place of evil twins and dramatic amnesia. But let's take it back to that unforgettable hand swap moment, the one that went viral worldwide. Trevor Noah, being the sharp-tongued comedian he is, wasted no time turning it into pure comedy gold. He hilariously compared Trump's desperate attempts to hold Melania's hand to a toddler reaching for cookies they know they can't have. Ouch! That probably stung Trump harder than a bad spray tan. And just when you thought Melania couldn't possibly outdo herself in the "what was she thinking" department, she pulled off a move so bold that it made her hand swatting look like child's play. Picture this: Melania decided to visit kids at the border. Yes, the same ones held in cages. Now you'd think she would wear something that says, "I'm here to help," right? Nope. Instead, she showed up in a jacket that literally said, "I really don't care." Do you? That jacket instantly became a cultural phenomenon. Was it a calculated political statement? Was she sending a hidden message? Or was it just Melania casually trolling her own husband? Nobody really knew, but one thing was certain: it left the entire internet buzzing. Critics were losing their minds, and everyone wondered if Melania was either making a point or just pushing the boundaries of First Lady fashion. Trevor Noah, of course, had a blast with this one too. He joked that Melania wasn't just visiting the kids, she was also leaving them some parting advice through her jacket. Meanwhile, Twitter exploded with wild theories. Some thought she was subtly jabbing at Trump's immigration policies, while others joked she was auditioning for a role in Mean Girls 2. Either way, it was pure comedy gold. But let's be honest, Melania's unpredictable behavior constantly keeps everyone guessing. One day she's swatting away Trump's hand like it's carrying a deadly virus, and the next she's making headlines with controversial fashion choices. As Trevor Noah perfectly summed it up, sometimes the only way to survive the madness of Trump-era politics is through laughter. So here's to Melania, the First Lady, who turned rejection into an art form, made us question everything from cookie jars to coat racks, and kept us glued to the screen for the next unpredictable chapter. Because trust us, this saga is far from over.
How cute he is when he's trying to explain something to us that someone had to explain to him 5 minutes ago.
He's like, all the airplanes will be grounded, but not the ones flying. They can land first, then they will be grounded. Some people didn't understand how you can ground a plane in the sky, but I'm not those people. I knew always those ones will be grounded.
Trump didn't run on never releasing his taxes. In fact, if you remember, he specifically said,
I will release them as soon as the audit is done.
What's the worst thing you could wear when visiting detained immigrant children? If you guessed a jacket with, I really don't care, do you? Plastered on the back, bingo. You've nailed the fashion sense of our First Lady. It's like Melania rummaged through a moody teenager's closet and thought, perfect for a humanitarian crisis. Naturally, people weren't too thrilled. The reaction was colder than a penguin's behind in Antarctica. Folks called it tone-deaf, out of touch, and plenty of other words we can't say on YouTube. Honestly, it felt like Melania was gunning for the Most Inappropriate Outfit of the Year award, and let me tell you, she was miles ahead of the competition. But wait, it gets better. Donnie Diapers himself jumped in to explain the whole thing because nothing screams, I've got this under control, like your husband having to decode your wardrobe. Trump claimed it was a jab at the fake news media. And I wear my I'm with stupid shirt to parent-teacher conferences. Now let's stack this fashion fail against what other first ladies wore during sensitive visits.
how cute he is when he's trying to explain something to us that someone had to explain to him 5 minutes ago.
He's like, all the airplanes will be grounded, but not the ones flying. They can land first, then they will be grounded. Some people didn't understand how you can ground a plane in the sky, but I'm not those people. I knew always those ones will be grounded.
Trump didn't run on never releasing his taxes. In fact, if you remember, he specifically said,
I will release them as soon as the audit is done.
Michelle Obama, for example, wore a simple and respectful outfit when visiting children in similar situations. It felt like she understood the idea of read the room. But in Melania's defense, it's probably hard to read a room when you're too busy reading the back of your own jacket. That whole jacket mess felt like watching a slow-motion train wreck, but with a fashion twist. It was so bad that people started questioning Melania's dedication to her Be Best campaign. You know, the one about promoting children's well-being. It's kind of like starting an anti-bullying campaign and then showing up to school wearing a Wedgies Are Cool t-shirt. Trevor Noah, bless his comedic soul, had a field day with this one. He joked that maybe Melania's jacket was her way of sharing how she really felt about the border situation. Like, she was saying, I really don't care, do you, without actually saying it. Talk about sending a loud message without saying a word. But hey, at least Melania showed up, which is more than can be said for some other big events. Maybe next time she'll wear a jacket that says, I'm only here so I don't get fined. Or perhaps I'd rather be anywhere else, like my Golden Tower in New York.
also, I would pay anything to know what he wrote inside that card that he definitely didn't actually get.
Like, roses are red, love is a mystery, I had a historic electoral college victory.
Why did Trump say he called into Fox and Friends? Because it was Melania's birthday. Like, what does that mean?
He's like, honey, I've got a great celebration planned for us today. I'm gonna talk to some TV people while sitting on the toilet.
Just when we thought Trump couldn't make birthdays any less romantic, he pulls a stunt that makes us wonder if he even knows what a birthday really is. Remember when presidents used to actually celebrate their wives' birthdays and make them feel special? Well, not our Donnie. He's got his own unique way of saying I love you by calling Fox and Friends. Picture this. It's Melania's birthday, and instead of planning a surprise party or whisking her away on a romantic getaway, Trump decides that the best gift he can give his wife is his voice on national television. Because nothing says happy birthday, darling, like having a chat with Steve Doocy, right? And when asked about his gift for Melania, Trump in all his orange glory proudly announces, I got her a beautiful card. Wow, Donnie, don't overdo it now. Who needs diamonds or fancy trips when you can just give your wife a piece of folded paper, right? It's like he went to the How to Be a Terrible Husband school and graduated with flying colors. Now let's just take a moment to appreciate the sheer brilliance of Trump's gift-giving skills. Other presidents, they're so basic. Bill Clinton surprised Hillary with romantic gestures. Barack Obama shared heartfelt messages about Michelle on social media. But Trump? Nah, he just dials into a TV show and calls it a day. Classic Donnie.
It's like, you're not on life support. I don't care. Just try it. See what happens. What have you done with Melania, Donald? What have you done? Because we know she didn't write that tweet. We know that's not her. The media is working overtime. Only one Trump says that. You, Trump say that. The only thing that would make it more obvious is if Melania's next tweet was, I'm doing great, total witch hunt. We know it's you, Donald. Where's Melania?
But Trump, oh no, he's reinventing the game, folks. Who needs love and affection when you can just give a beautiful card and make a phone call to a news program? The best part is, Trump actually seemed proud of his efforts. It's like watching a kid show off a macaroni art project. Except in this case, the kid is the president of the United States. And the macaroni art is a pretty sad excuse for a birthday celebration. You can almost hear the gears turning in his head. Card? Check. Fox and Friends appearance? Check. Being a decent husband? Well, maybe next year. And of course, the internet had a field day with this. Social media exploded with disbelief and mockery. People were asking the hard-hitting questions. Is this real life? Does Trump even know what a birthday is? Some even joked that maybe Trump thought Fox and Friends was some sort of new age gift registry. Like, yes, I'd like to get my wife 3 throw pillows and a Sean Hannity, please. But let's be real for a second. This whole situation just highlights how absurd Trump's relationship with Melania really is. While other presidents went all out with grand romantic gestures, Trump just gave us a masterclass in awkwardness. From Melania's icy body language to Trump's weird attempts at affection, their marriage basically became a running joke, like a soap opera playing out in real time. So here we are, folks, left to wonder about the mystery of the Trumps' relationship. Is Melania's jacket a cry for help, a clever statement, or just another example of her impressive skill in trolling her husband? Honestly, at this point, who even knows?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that's disappointing. Like, I thought Melania Trump was inspired to fight cyberbullying because she cared about other people. But no, it turns out she created an entire campaign just to help herself. Like, I don't even know how to, this is like finding out the real reason Nelson Mandela wanted to end apartheid is just because he wanted to smash white girls, you know?
And is Trump's idea of romance really just a beautiful card and a live TV appearance? One thing's for sure, whether it's about jackets or birthdays, the Trumps always find a way to keep things interesting or at least hilariously cringeworthy. Stay tuned, because the plot twists in this presidential drama never seem to end. It's almost like watching a sitcom where the main character keeps forgetting he's married. Except it's not funny because, oh yeah, he was the president of the United States. Now I know what you're thinking. Maybe Melania actually likes it this way. Sure, and maybe pigs will fly out of Mar-a-Lago singing Hail to the Chief. The truth is, this whole beautiful card fiasco is just another chapter in the never-ending awkward saga of the Trump marriage. It's like a live-action study of how not to be romantic. But wait, before you completely give up on romance, let's turn to our favorite comedian, Trevor Noah, for a bit of much-needed perspective. In his usual hilarious style, Noah decided to imagine what might actually be written inside Trump's so-called beautiful card. And, oh boy, it's a wild one. Picture this, Trump hunched over a glitter-covered card, tongue slightly out as he tries to come up with the most romantic words possible. And then he writes, "Roses are red, love is a mystery, I had a historic electoral college victory. Ah yes, true love. Nothing says I cherish you like bragging about your political achievements, right?" Classic Trump. Now let's take a little detour into one of the strangest chapters of the Trump era. You know how sometimes you look at someone and think, wait a minute, something's not right here? Well, that's exactly what happened with Melania Trump. People started noticing something odd about her during public appearances, and soon enough, the internet exploded with wild conspiracy theories. It all started back in 2017, when some eagle-eyed people noticed that Melania looked a bit different in certain appearances. And the next thing you know, people were asking, is that really Melania? Or did Trump hire a lookalike from Craigslist? The internet went crazy, spinning theories faster than Trump's hair in a hurricane.